The bodies were found near the Spokane River, discarded like trash. Three women, Yolanda Sapp, Nikki Lowy, and Kathleen Brisbois, all shot, all left to rot. Their deaths went unsolved for over 2 decades, lost in the haze of the early 90s, when serial killers seemed to lurk in every dark corner. But the person responsible, they had changed, literally. This is Strawberry Ink, and today we're diving into the twisted story of Donna Perry, born Douglas Perry, the serial killer who tried to erase her past. Douglas, who was born into a male body, is believed to have been sexually abused by her father from age 4, until her father died 3 years later. When she got older, she would come out as a transgender female. She would go on to legally change her first name to Donna and be legally declared a female as well. Transgender lives matter. You are the gender you identify as, even if it's different than what the doctors assigned you. If you're not letting your children express their true identity, shame on you, you are not being a good parent. I remember when Caitlyn Jenner was declared the most famous trans woman in the world. Now she's one of the most disrespected trans women in the world, from the transphobic things she's said in public and on television, ever since she joined politics. People voted for Trump in the past election this past November because everyone was struggling financially from bad inflation, and people thought Trump would fix everything. Therefore, the economy will go up despite the mean things being said. Being transgender is a difficult lifestyle. So, if you are LGBT or trans or whatever, it's the same thing. Please try your best to find friends who respect you, who have you feel comfortable in your own skin. That's all you need. Take your time working on the other things, such as hormones or appearance. Anyways, throughout the 70s and 80s, Donna was in and out of jail for endangerment, soliciting, and weapons offenses. While serving an 18-month prison sentence, Donna told her cellmate she killed 9 sex workers. It was early 1990 in Spokane, Washington. The city had its share of crime, but something was different about the 3 murder cases I mentioned in the beginning of this episode. All 3 of those women were sex workers. 26-year-old Yolanda Sapp, 34-year-old Nikki Lowy, and 38-year-old Kathleen Brisbois. None of them were transgender. They were all cisgender women, meaning they were naturally born pussies. They were all shot. It was murder, as reports of the Spokane County Coroner's Office state. And all 3 women were left near the Spokane River, their bodies abandoned in a way that screamed disposable. They were found by hikers. Yolanda's on the 22nd of February, Nikki's on the 25th of March, and Kathleen's on the 15th of May. Law enforcement knew they had a predator on their hands, but they had no solid suspects. DNA technology wasn't where it is today, and without leads, the cases went cold. However, there were suspicions that an imprisoned serial killer on death row named Robert Yates might have been the suspect in their deaths as well, although there was no evidence to tie him. For 22 years, Yolanda, Nikki, and Kathleen's names faded from the headlines. Their families were left with nothing but unanswered questions until a break in the case finally came. In 2012, a seemingly unrelated case cracked everything wide open. Police were investigating illegal weapons charges when they came across DNA evidence that tied a suspect to the 3 unsolved murders. That suspect, a transgender woman named Donna Perry, except Donna Perry didn't exist in the 1990s. Back then, the person walking the streets of Spokane was Douglas Perry, a man with a violent criminal history. Douglas had legally changed his name to Donna and undergone gender-affirming surgery in Thailand in the year 2000. And when confronted about the murders, Donna's response was chilling. The DNA match was confirmed while she had been serving a sentence at the Spokane County Jail for a federal firearms offense. However, the case had to be reviewed further to tie Donna to the murders. But there was still an order to keep her detained, even after completing the firearms sentence. She told investigators that she couldn't have killed those women because Douglas Perry had done it, and Douglas Perry no longer existed. But law enforcement wasn't buying it. DNA evidence placed Perry at the crime scenes. Investigators also dug up an old letter where Douglas had written about his hatred for women and his desire to clean up the streets. This case's investigation would wrap up within the next 2 years. Prosecutor Sharon Hetland presented this case to a Spokane County grand jury in 2014, who would go on to indict Donna Perry on 3 counts of first-degree murder. Once Hetland unsealed the indictment, the charges were official. What was also official was that the named suspect was now Donna Perry, no longer Robert Yates. What a conspiracy theory. On Monday, March 17th, Donna was supposed to have her initial appearance. However, for whatever reason, Donna didn't want to attend the virtual hearing. She told the guards to leave her alone. That is at least what the county's 3 public defenders, Kyle Zeller, Nathan Poston, and Brooke Hagara, explained. Therefore, the county Superior Court Judge, Gregory Seipolt, moved the appearance to the next day. Things were done Donna's way, but the following day, if she refused to appear once again, the guards would be ordered to drag her vomiting butt into the meeting room. When the next day came, she did comply and attend the court docket virtually. She pleaded not guilty to the 3 murder charges and was granted a $1 million bond. Judge Seipolt set the bond this high purposely due to the gruesome nature of the crimes she would be accused of, meaning that Donna Perry would remain in jail to await trial. The case was delayed. Her trial was supposed to start in 2016. But the plan got pushed back because due to unfortunate circumstances within the county, the 3 public defenders who took turns attending the case's hearings resigned. Then, an official public defender was assigned to Donna Perry, Pat Donahue. On June 9, 2017, the trial of Donna Perry started, and a 12-person state jury saw right through her excuse. Whether Douglas or Donna, the facts were the same. 3 women were dead, and she was responsible. The verdict, guilty. The verdict was read on the 29th day of that month. The following month, on July 24th, Donna Perry was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Superior Court Judge Michael Price, whom presided over the trial, imposed those 3 consecutive sentences. During the sentencing hearing, family members of the victim spoke, referring to Donna as he when Donna was actually a she. How offensive. This case is disturbing on multiple levels. Donna Perry didn't just try to avoid justice, she tried to use her gender transition as a shield. She appealed her case, but that wasn't successful. She was denied a new trial, and overturning of her conviction, and her sentence stood as it was. Donna is currently serving her sentence at the Women's State Prison in Gig Harbor, Washington. There's something especially cruel about the way Perry weaponized her own identity. Transitioning doesn't erase the past, it doesn't absolve crimes. And it sure doesn't change the fact that free women lost their lives at the hands of someone who saw them as disposable. This isn't about identity, it's about accountability. Yolanda Sapp, Nikki Lowy, Kathleen Brisbois, free women who never got a chance to change their lives. Perry can claim that Douglas is gone, but that doesn't bring them back. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Strawberry Ink. If you found this case chillin' as I did, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel Strawberry Ink, follow this show, leave a review, and please share it to your loved ones. I also hope you had a good Women's Day yesterday. Even if you're transgender, you will still be celebrated. And if anyone says no, shame on them. Also, happy daylight savings. I wish you the best of luck, and happy Lent. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and never stop asking questions.